We're a week into free agency, so let's hop into another mock draft. The Titans have yet to sign a quarterback during free agency, which makes me feel like they're going to take a quarterback at 1, which is going to be Cam Ward. The Browns traded for Kenny Pickett, so now they got Pickett and Deshaun Watson on the roster, so I feel like they may not go quarterback in this spot, so I'm going to go Abdul Carter, pair him up with Myles Garrett. Giants have yet to pick up a quarterback, so I'm assuming they're waiting until the draft to take one. So we're going to take Shedeur Sanders. I hear they love him. He's going 3 to the Giants. The Patriots been working hard to pick up a receiver for Drake May, and they failed at every opportunity to pick one up. So they're going to go into the draft and take Tet McMillan from Arizona. The Jaguars, they need a lot of help, so they're going to take the best player on the board, and they're going to be surprised to see that Travis Hunter is still there. They're taking Travis Hunter at number 5. Raiders at 6, I've been hearing that they are huge fans of Ashton Jeanty, so right here, they're going to take Ashton Jeanty 6th overall. At 7, I feel like the Jets could take an edge rusher right here. They did pick up Hassan Reddick last year. He didn't work out, so they're going to look towards the draft. And we're going to see a surprise pick here because they're going to be taking James Pierce Jr. from Tennessee. The Panthers need some help on the defensive side of the ball, so I think they're going to take the best player available, which is going to be Mason Graham from Michigan. Saints at 9, they don't really have that many wide receivers other than Chris Olave. Rashid Shaheed's all right, so I think they're going to go wide receiver in this position, and they're going to take the guy that's been rising on a lot of draft boards in Matthew Golden from Texas. The Bears rebuilt their entire offensive line during the offseason, so I don't feel like they go offensive line here anymore. Instead, I have them taking the top safety on the board, Malachi Starks from Georgia. 49ers basically lost everything this offseason, so they could really take anyone on the board here. I feel like they're going to go defense because they did lose a lot of defensive pieces, so they're going to take the top cornerback in Jahdae Barron from Texas. Cowboys, after losing DeMarcus Lawrence to free agency, I feel like they're going to take an edge rusher right here. And my favorite edge rusher that's still on the board, Mikael Williams from Georgia. The Dolphins still have a couple of open holes on this team, but I think right here, they're going to go with the top player that's still available on the board and take Will Campbell from LSU. The Colts at 14, I feel like this is the easiest pick to make. I don't think they're going to take anyone other than Tyler Warren if he's still on the board. They're taking the man from Penn State. I see the Falcons going defense in this position, which is why I'm going to have them take the edge rusher Mike Green from Marshall. Cardinals need a lot more help on the defensive side of the ball than they do on offense, which is why I'm going to have them take the top cornerback on the board, Will Johnson. His slide ends at 16 with the Cards. Bengals just paid all their players on the offensive side of the ball, so they're going to focus on defense here in the draft. We're going to take linebacker Jalen Walker from Georgia. Seahawks are going to look at the board at 18 and see that one of the best tackles are still on the board, which is why they're going to take Armin Membu to help protect Sam Darnold. I have the Buccaneers taking an edge rusher at 19, and I'm going to have them selecting Shamar Stewart, edge from Texas A&M. Broncos are going to be looking at this board at 20 and see that one of the best defensive tackles are still out there, which is why they're going to add Kenneth Grant to continue stacking that defense. Steelers right now don't have a quarterback unless they end up going into the season with Mason Rudolph. Don't see that happening. So I'm going to have them taking Jackson Dart right here at 21. Chargers are still in need of a tight end for Justin Herbert. So I think Jim Harbaugh is going to reunite and select Colston Loveland from Michigan. The Packers could use a new wide receiver 1 on their team. And my favorite wide receiver that's still out there on the board is Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State. The Vikings still have an open spot in their left guard position, and they're going to try to protect J.J. McCarthy as much as they can, so they're going to end up taking Tyler Booker, guard from Alabama. The Texans need a lot of offensive line help after trading basically all of them during free agency, so they're going to take the best tackle that's still out there, Kelvin Beggs Jr. from Texas. Rams need help in their secondary, so I have them taking a cornerback here. They're going to take a chance on Shaven Revel from East Carolina. Ravens are in need of adding a guard to the offensive line, which is why we're going to end up taking Gray Zabel from North Dakota State. The Lions need an edge rusher to line up opposite of Aiden Hutchinson, so I'm going to have them take Donovan Ezukaru from Boston College. The Commanders desperately need an edge rusher, so I'm going to have them take Nick Scorton from Texas A&M. The Bills need some help at cornerback, so I have them taking Trey Amos from Ole Miss. The Chiefs need to add some more big boys on the D line next to Chris Jones. I'm going to have them taking Derek Harmon from Oregon. The Eagles just traded away CJ Gardner-Johnson, and they found their man in the draft because at 32, they'll be selecting Nick Emenwari from South Carolina. Mock Draft 2.0 is now complete. Let me know what you think of your favorite team's pick.